Hello everyone, welcome back to the zoo. I'm Reckless, and today we're back in our main zoo here. We're continuing on with our African savanna section of the park. Today is an interesting build, I think. It kind of came to me while watching a nature documentary the other day. This section is wildebeest, it's supposed to be a wildebeest and zebra crossing. If you've ever watched any nature documentaries, you'll probably have seen this in action, where the wildebeest and zebra go on their yearly migration, and at one point they need to cross a large river in the African savanna. And of course, they're met with opposition. Opposition being crocodiles. Now, I know that those crocodiles in real life are Nile crocodiles, but seeing as how we only have the saltwater crocodile in game so far, I did use the saltwater crocodile. It's just to sell the theme that I'm going for here. So I hope you guys can look past the fact of having crocodiles that aren't technically in Africa and blah blah blah. I think, it fits what we're trying to do. I wanted to have this kind of theme of where we have two parts of field on either side, like savanna grasslands on either side, and then a crossing in which they'd have to go through croc-infested waters. So, again, forgive the theming blunder by not having the correct animal, but, you gotta work with what you got so far in the game. But if you guys are enjoying the content, if you do like the video and you like this concept, please do hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It does help my channel out a lot, and I appreciate all the comments and support I get from you guys. As I say every time to you, I really do appreciate all the love you guys give me and the support. Be sure to join our Discord. I've left the link in the description if you want to come and talk to us in there. You can chat with me, chat with the people in there, and also leave your photos of your game or your zoos that you'd like to show off. If you want to get some tips or tricks, you want to just brag at something you've created, feel free to join us in the Discord and leave your pictures and videos in there. So the position of this park is essentially in Africa where the Nile River would be. So I wanted to have a river here to represent the Nile. So this is the position that I chose for this themed habitat. And, I think it turned out quite good based upon the theme that I was going for. So I hope you guys like it. We're putting the preparations in here, as you can see on screen, for our safari tour ride. I got this safari, what would you call it? Safari station, I guess, off the workshop. It looked absolutely fantastic. You'll see in a minute that I add a roof to it to just change up the look of it a little bit, to fit a little bit more of the grassland theme. But all in all, the building's great. And our next habitat, which will be our true savanna habitat and the last of our African habitats, the safari will take you all throughout that habitat, and that will stretch for the entire northwestern section of our Africa map, if you will. The plan for the next habitat will be to have 3 of the major predators. So we will have lions, cheetahs, and hyenas. And then we're going to have the species of antelope that are in the game, of course, being the springbok and the Thompson's gazelle. That's the other one. Sorry, my brain had a bit of a lapse there. We're also going to include a lot of plains savanna type animals. So we're going to have the African elephant, ostrich, giraffe, and possibly the warthog as well. I'm not certain that I'm going to include every single animal in the game for this Africa section of our map, just simply because, I might have to leave a couple out, being the sable antelope, perhaps the warthog, right? I don't want just too many animals in a section. You know, initially I had planned to split the savannah into 2 sections where I'd basically just divide the animals up, and it would be 2 kind of identical sections of savanna grasslands, and to me that just sounded boring, so that's why I wanted to create this kind of a central hub for the guests to venture into the safari with, but also to have this kind of roaring river in which is treacherous for the animals. Kind of like a, you know, the theme of this zoo is more of like a natural wildlife conservation type center, as you've seen in like our rainforest sections and stuff like that, right? So I wanted to create a little bit of realism, being that there's this river that already exists. These animals migrate through this area, and the crocs are already living there, and blah blah blah. And we just kind of created this safari zone, if you will, to view these animals in this section of the grasslands. That was kind of my theory, anyway. What I'd like to ask you guys, though, is my game is starting to lag quite heavily with all the foliage and rocks and building pieces and everything we've placed into this section of the park. The game is starting to really slow down in certain areas, like when I'm placing paths. This is an issue I've had for a while. I'm not certain if it's a bug or not. I've reported it either way, but yeah, the game is just starting to become a little bit laggy for me when I'm in these sort of dense areas. And what I'd like to poll you guys with is, would you like to see me finish this park by adding the Asia section to this? I've already got the land plotted out for it. Or would you like to see the Asia park in a separate map, a separate biome, if you will? I can position it into a more appropriate kind of temperate biome, and we can put the Asian animals in there, as well as perhaps even the Arctic animals, to include them in a zoo. Or would you like me to just include everything in here so we can have one giant park that has, or one giant zoo that has everything, and then once we finish, move on to a different place? So leave your comment down below and let me know what you guys would like to see in terms of that, and I'll basically go with the general consensus. Lag be damned. Excuse me. Yeah, but aside from that, how are you guys liking the Arctic pack DLC that Frontier has released? I have another video coming out for you guys in probably the next day or two, so don't fret. I didn't forget about the DLC. I've just been working on this habitat for about a week nearly prior to the Arctic pack being released. So I wanted to get this video out to show some progress in our main zoo, and I'll go back to our habitat builds for the Arctic pack, like I said, either tomorrow or the next day. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the new Arctic pack. Personally, I love it. The new building pieces they added are quite beautiful. You know, the Scandinavian look that they added, but also not only that, there's just the ice stuff. Like there's ice rocks, there's icicles, there's ice sculptures and stuff. It's fantastic. Like they look incredible. I love the way that they fit into these building themes and everything, and I'm a huge fan. I think Frontier continues to amaze, and I'll be a big supporter of the DLCs for this game as they keep coming out, because if they continue the pace that they have, like with this Arctic pack, I think we can look forward to some really amazing stuff coming for this game. Excuse me again. Might be coming down with something again, unfortunately. Everyone around me is sick for a second time. As I just recovered from my last illness, everyone around me is sick again. So, you know how that goes. Once everyone's around you is sick, you're most likely to follow. I've been loading up on the vitamin C to hopefully avoid getting it this time around, but we'll have to see. So yeah, aside from the Arctic Pack, how are you guys enjoying your Planet Zoo journey so far? Are you playing it a lot, as much as when it first came out, or have you hit a creative wall as far as the things you'd like to build? Where are you guys in your journey? Are you experimenting with new things? Do you find that your builds are improving, or is it an area that you'd still like to improve upon? You know, are you trying to achieve more zoo-like realty? Realty? That's not the right word. Realism, that's the word I was looking for. Or are you trying something like I'm doing here, with more of like a natural nature preserve kind of zoo? What kind of theming are you guys going for in your zoos? I'd really love to hear from the community as to what you guys are doing in your zoos and what kind of animals you're adding to them. Please make sure to let me know what you guys would like to see as far as the Asian section of this park, though. Like I said, I really don't know which way I should do it. I'm not sure if my game's just gonna absolutely like slow down to the point of being unplayable once I start delving into the Asian section. I really don't know, because like I don't want to decrease the fidelity of my builds at all. Like, I'm not going to sacrifice foliage. I'm not going to sacrifice terrain work. I'm looking to have a lot more buildings in the Asian section, you know, be it archways, Asian temples and stuff like that. Really trying to improve my building as well. And I do have a couple of cool pieces from the workshop that we will be using without question. So let me know if you think that it will really bog my game down to add a whole new section, or do you think, you know, let me know. I'm at a bit of a loss, so I'd like to hear your guys' input on it either way to see which way we go going forward. But I'd like to take this time again to thank each and every one of you for tuning into my videos and watching as far as you have. It really means the world to me, and I hope you guys are having a good holiday season no matter what sort of holidays you celebrate. I hope that you have a happy time with your families at this time of year, and I hope you're stuffing your belly with any kind of food that you enjoy, and just have a good holiday season. For myself, it's been a pretty hectic season. As I've mentioned before, I'm currently in uni as well as working full-time and doing this YouTube stuff for you guys, so it's been a hectic season, but you know, we're getting through it, smashing through uni, getting some good grades on my projects and everything, so I'm happy with that. But what have you guys got going on in your life? Let me know in the comments. Let me know how your holiday season is going. If you have plans to visit any family this time of year, or if you're just kind of doing your solo thing, or is it just, you know, just another day for you? Let me know how you guys are getting on in this holiday season. Aside from that, I want to just say thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for some more Arctic Pack DLC moments. I hope you like this wildebeest and zebra crossing, croc-infested water habitat thing that we built here today for you guys. If you do like it, smash the like button. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm going to leave you guys here with a bit of cinematic shots to show off our habitat here. I hope you guys enjoy it. Happy holidays to everyone, and I hope you have a happy new year, and enjoy the season. I'm Reckless. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.